So today we are going to see the basic components of hydraulic system. Okay. So hydraulic system are power transmitting assemblies employing pressurized liquid as a fluid for transmitting energy from an energy generating source to an energy using point to accomplish useful work. What is hydraulic system? Here we are using pressurized fluid. So what is pressurized fluid? You know it is in this we are using a liquid and we are going to pressurize it by using the pump, and this pressurized fluid transfer from the pressure generating source to energy using point. So energy using point will be the piston here in actuator. You know that piston moves up and down according to the pressure we applied to the sides of this piston. So what is hydraulic system? It is a power transmitting device which using a fluid as a transmitting energy from energy generating source to an energy using point. Okay. Okay, so this is the normally diagram of your hydraulic system. So in last lecture we already see that there is a motor, pump, then direction control valve and actuator, and these are the accessories which are filter, then pressure regulator. These are the accessories to improve the performance. Here in this diagram you can see here a symbolic representation of a hydraulic system. Here you can see it is the reservoir, then this is filter, this is symbol for pump. Pump is either driven by the motor, that's why motor is also shown here. Then this is the symbol for pressure regulator, then this is the symbol for direction control valve, and you know this is the actuator. Actuator is consisting of cylinder and piston. You can see here both the motion of this piston is stated as extended and retracted. Okay. So components of hydraulic systems are shown in this symbol here. I already explained this. This is the reservoir, then this is filter, this is pump. Pump is driven by motor. Then this is pressure regulator. This is direction control. Okay. So according to this direction control valve, okay. So this is the simple diagram of direction control valve. This is 4/3 direction control valve. What is 4 and what is 3? 4, it is the number of ways or number of port, and 3 is the position. You can see here this is one position, this is second position, and this is third position. Okay. Just wait a minute. So this is our direction control valve. This is position 1. This is 2. This is position number 3. And these are the ways. You know, you can see here in position 1. These are the 4 ways. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In position 2, there are again 4 ways. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in position 3, there are again 4 ways. This is 1, 1, then this is 2, then this is 3 and 4. So there are 3 position and 4 ways. So this wall is known as 4x3 direction control wall. Okay. So this is the direction control wall according to this hydraulic system. This is position number 2 of our direction control wall, and this is the system. At this time you can say that position 2, which is idle system. This is the position 1 where in that position 1 this high pressure fluid pump is traveling in that direction and is going to this side of this piston. That's why piston moves backward direction, which is stated as extended position of this piston. Okay. Similarly, here is position number 3 of our direction control valve. You can see this is position number 3 of this direction control valve, and at this time the direction of these flows are reversed. That's why this pressurized fluid from this pump enters in that backward region, and this piston moves in front direction. So we are telling is that position 3, which is retracted. So this is the actual systematic structure, and same with symbols. So there is the same hydraulic system construction, and we are just showing the components using the symbol here. You can see this is the pressure symbol of pressure relief valve. This is the symbol of pressure gauge. This is the symbol of flow control valve. This is the symbol of actuator. Then this is motion actuator. This is the symbol for check valve. All these valves we are going to study in our chapter number 4. Then these are the tasks which are done by hydraulic fluid. First one is the power transmission. First task is the power transmission by the fluid. The second one is the signal transmission for control. Then secondary tasks are the lubrication of rotating and translating components to avoid friction and wear. Then heat transport away from the location of heat generation, usually into the reservoir. Then transport of practicals to the filter. These are the tasks done by the hydraulic fluid. Then this is the again hydraulic fluid requirement. Then what is the requirements which is required in hydraulic fluid? And this is the first one, functional requirement. It should be a good lubricating characteristics. Then viscosity should not be depend strongly on the temperature and pressure. So the fluid which are going to be used in hydraulic system, it's having good lubrication. Then its viscosity should not be vary strongly according to the temperature and pressure. Its viscosity remains same. Then it is having a good heat conductivity. It should have low heat expansion coefficient. Then it should be economic, means having low price. Then slow aging and thermal chemical stability of and long life cycle. So the hydraulic fluid which we are going to use in the hydraulic system should have low price. Then its life also, if life also should not be short one, then it will be having good heat conductivity and low heat expansion coefficient. Then hydraulic fluids requirement. Uh, High flash point on in certain cases does not inflammable at all. What is flash point? The point, the temperature at which our liquid get flash. It is called as